Fresh from the National Party conference, Prime Minister Christopher Luxon joins us at the desk this morning. Good morning, Prime Minister.
Morning, Ryan. Good to be with you.
Good to see you here. So what's up with the tariff situation? We were fine with 10 and now we're flying diplomats at 15.
No, what's happened is, look, it's not what we wanted. It was a pretty blunt and last-minute decision to say, look, countries that actually sell more to the US than what they buy are going to get hit with a minimum 15%, and that goes, there's 40 countries, and it goes up even up to 39-40%. And then countries that run a deficit, meaning they actually sell less than what they buy from America, like the UK, like Australia, have a minimum 10. So we're no worse off than countries in a surplus or position.
We are worse off than some of our competitors, though. Australia, Argentina, Uruguay, these guys are selling meat.
Because they're running deficits with the US, we run a surplus. And so, yeah, that's not ideal, as we've said, and that's not what we wanted. And in fairness, since April, we've been advocating very strongly.
I know.
To say
are they listening?
Tariffs. Well, we've had very good dialogue at a ministerial level. I've got to say, Minister Macleay's got a great relationship with Jamison Greer, who's the Trade Secretary.
But that's obviously not enough to get you a good deal, right?
No, the President has made a pretty fixed decision that he wants to actually have a minimum rate for surplus countries and a minimum rate for deficit
so
countries.
If dialogue's not working, what's our change of strategy to fix this?
Well, our strategy is actually, as a small open trading nation, is to do exactly what we're doing, which is to open up trading opportunities everywhere.
So accept this 15%, basically.
Well,
we're unlikely to change that.
We're unlikely to change. We need an ongoing dialogue relationship with the US, which we've continued to have since April and since the new administration's come to power, all the way through. We'll continue those conversations. Yes, our top trade diplomats up there, that's quite normal. Jamison Greer invited Todd Macleay up in the next few weeks.
Is there a risk?
But I'll just say to you, I think that view's pretty fixed. It's come from the President pretty clearly.
He wants the 15.
He wants a minimum.
Have you
for
tried reaching out
to him? Countries. He and I have had a chat initially when he first came to power.
But you haven't personally tried to intervene in this at all?
No, because I think you've seen countries that actually have intervened. I think Switzerland, who have a surplus as well, and have ended up with a 39% tariff rate. So I think we have had the right level of engagement around our officials and ministers. But I just say to you, as a small trading nation, it's been interesting. Our exporters have been growing their business and exports to the US 6% this year, even with the tariffs. And that's because they're doing a good job of targeting the right consumers for premium products and then passing it through to the US consumer with raising prices.
Yes.
Now, it's going to cause some challenges for a few of our companies, I'm sure.
It is.
It'll be more difficult.
Beef and lamb, a bit worried. So did we run a bad strategy here?
No, not at all. Not at all. As you can see, the President's made a decision. Those that actually sell more to the US than they buy are going to get a minimum 15%.
But it's arbitrary, isn't it? I mean, it's 500 million surplus, whatever it is, for New Zealand, which is bugger all to them.
Well, yes, but that's the position.
That is what it is.
And so I'm trying to be really pragmatic about it, which is to say, but the good news is, Ryan, I just say, look at what's happened in Europe. Our Europe exports are up over 25%, up $1 billion extra.
No, that's
UK
good.
up 21%. FTA deals in the UAE, GCC started up with India. And New Zealand businesses have navigated an incredibly difficult situation, I think, very well.
We haven't offered to buy a bunch of stuff off the American. Everyone seems to say they'll buy a Boeing and he backs down.
Well, no, I don't think that's the case, because you've seen a minimum standard being set for countries with surplus, irrespective of any commitments they may have made about that.
Sylvia Wood, the President of the National Party, says people don't see your humanity.
Ryan, I bring my humanity to this show with you whenever I get a chance to talk to you. I respect your humanity. It's a lovely thing.
Do you have a problem showing everyone else your humanity?
No, look, I mean, I just don't think me talking about myself is very helpful or useful. People actually want me to get on, grow the economy, lower the cost of living, get on with stuff. That's why you've seen this great decision around Ports of Auckland and their fast track process. That's the stuff they want me to be doing. Yeah,
but what's Sylvia Wood talking about then? Do you know, or did you ask her about it? What do you mean, where's my humanity?
Well, I show up with my humanity each and every day and every morning on your show. So I'll continue to do so.
Do you think people maybe don't understand you? Well, what do you think it is?
Oh, look, I mean, honestly, I don't. We got elected to do a job, to turn around a mess. They'll get to make a decision in 2026 whether they think the country's going in the right direction, wrong direction. My job in that 3-year period is to make sure our coalition government is very focused on the things that Kiwis want us to be focused on, and that's what I'm doing.
Unemployment looks like it's going to go up. We're getting numbers out this week. Is that the direction we were hoping for?
Well, it's pretty much what people have been forecasting, is that sadly unemployment is sort of peaking around about now, and it will taper off. We've got projected growth of about 2.7% a year coming over the next 4 years. We've got 240,000 new jobs. But I just want to underscore, how did we get here? We got here because when you're a business and you've been squeezed by high inflation, high interest rates, and demand has been suppressed, the last thing you end up doing is laying off your workers, which is a horrible decision to have to take and make. But they're doing that because actually the last lot didn't run the economy great, and when you don't control inflation, people end up losing their jobs, and that's what's been happening. But we're doing everything we can to make sure we're getting the economy growing. You've seen us talk about concessions in the dock, land space. You've seen us talk about fast track, RMA reform. We've had a huge response to active investors of more money coming into the country. There's some pretty, it's a full court press.
Hey, did you see that the Air New Zealand's got a new CEO? Bunch of racist stuff. Did you read any of this comment?
I didn't. I think you'll be outstanding. I think you'll be really, really great. And I just want to congratulate him, because it's a hard company to lead. There's a high amount of expectations with it as it takes New Zealand to the world and brings the world to us. But I think he's going to be brilliant. So I think that's grossly unfair and unacceptable in New Zealand.
NCAA, we've got an announcement coming in a few minutes' time. Is it going to be radically different for
people? It's going to be a massive change. And it needs to be a massive change, because parents, teachers, principals all understand that this is a qualification that can be better and can be strengthened.
In the way that it's assessed, or in the way that it's taught, or both?
I won't get ahead of the announcement, but suffice to say it's massive.
Jamie Lee Ross apparently wanting to get back into politics. Any room for him at your end?
Well, I don't comment on local government politics, but I'm sure the good people of East Auckland will look for people of good character to represent them out there.
You won't be voting for him?
I don't get involved with local government politics at all.
Okay, so as in you won't be voting at all?
No, I vote, but I don't express an opinion on that. That's my personal view as to who I vote for. It's like,
so you might vote for Jamie Lee Ross?
I won't be voting for Jamie Lee Ross. I think it's pretty safe to say, Ryan. I think you know that.